Folks, today on the Stoney Ridge Farm, we're gonna be milling white oak with a purpose, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I hope you guys enjoy. My old buddy Eustace calls this man glitter. I call it sawdust. Guys, welcome to the Stoney Ridge Farm channel. It's another beautiful Sawmill Sundays here on the Stoney Ridge. The sun is setting. It is hot, man. This has been one of the hottest springs on record for us here in North Carolina in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. And what we're gonna be doing today is working our way through this ginormous pile of logs right here. And today what we're gonna cut on Sawmill Sunday is some beautiful white oak. So I cut this tree back, oh man, it's probably been 6 or 7 months ago when it was nice and cool outside. This was a dead standing double white oak that was up in my pasture. I cut this guy down with a purpose. The purpose for these logs is to build plant beds, and we're gonna be building raised beds. You'll see that in a future video. My entire garden is gonna be all raised beds from now on because man, what a back saver. So we're milling with a purpose. These boards are gonna be 2 inches thick by 12 inches wide. Okay, so 2 by 12, true 2 by 12, not the stuff you get in the store that's 11.5 and 1.5 or whatever, the off lumber. This is true 2 by 12 lumber for building plant beds. And also we're gonna mill up some 1 by 6s for fence boards, and we'll also mill up some 4 by 4s or 6 by 6s for the mezzanine that's going to be put in the mega shop. So this lumber has a purpose. Before we get started on that and we fire up the Wood-Mizer LT40, let me show you what else we've got on the docket. So for a future video here, we have some really cool lumber. This is wild cherry, that's wild cherry, that's wild cherry, and that's wild cherry. We also have some red oak right here. We've got a couple more white oaks, a ton of red oak, and some beautiful spalted maple. So guys, be sure you tune in to these Sawmill Sundays, because if you don't, you're gonna miss out once we get in deep into this log pile right here. This is a lot of lumber. This is probably 2 full days worth of work, and I get out here in the evening time or in the early morning and run this sawmill. And this is oh, what the heck is this tractor's name? You guys are gonna have to remind me. Lucy, this is Lucy, the TYM T574 hydrostatic tractor. We'll offload the logs onto the pallet forks right here. And this is the Wood-Mizer LT40. And the LT40 has the debarker. You'll probably see the debarker going through and chopping off the bark. We're gonna get busy. We just have to get busy today. The sun is about to set, like I said, so we're gonna work our way through as many of these logs as we possibly can, get you guys some cool footage, and show you just how beautiful a dead standing white oak can look. This is enough wood right here to probably put flooring in a 2,000 to 3,000 square foot house. That's a lot of lumber right there. So let's have some fun, get busy, crank this sucker up. This is the control box. It's got a little sawdust on it from that Eastern red cedar we did last week. Man, that was some awesome stuff. We turned out some beautiful lumber. That's for trim inside the mega shop once we get done. So we'll turn this on, let the fuel pump engage. Once the fuel pump stops, we'll hit our button, contact. Make sure everything's off. Everything's in the off position so nothing takes off when we start this thing. We have to check our tension, our blade tension. I should have loosened it last time. It's been hot out here. We're gonna back off on our blade tension. We wanna be about 3,000, 2,800 to 3,000. That's where we are with the blade tension. This slides back and forth depending on the width of the log. Pretty cool. And again, this is our debarker, all right? What we do is we load this up onto the log loader. We'll use our trusty log ox. There is a discount code if you guys are interested in getting one of these cant hooks for yourself. This is a log ox 3-in-1 forestry multi-tool. I've got 2 of them. This is the new improved version with a little bit longer handle and some more robust features. So really, really cool. This just came out from Log Ox. Awesome, guys. Let's roll up some logs and get busy. Shut her down. She's sucking mud. Guys, that's all the cutting I'm gonna be able to get done today. It's getting dark on me, and you guys need to see this gorgeous lumber. So what I'm seeing is, you learn this mill and you learn how it starts behaving when the blade gets too dull. You don't wait till it's too late to change your blade. And this wood is very, very hard. So I could tell my blade was starting to do this right here across the board. So it's time to change it. But guys, you really have to see how gorgeous this is. Let's clean this off a little bit and we'll get you a good shot of this white oak. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you'll understand why I'm using this for plant beds here in just a second. What you guys need to know is when you're running a mill like this, it's dangerous, very, very dangerous. So you have to keep all your senses in tune. Even though you're wearing hearing protection, you still have to keep your senses in tune. The first board here we're going to show you has a little bit of rot in it. And again, this was a dead standing tree, so it's got a little bit of rot. That's why I was cutting those big, big slabs off. We also got some big 6x6s. I'll go over there and show you those here in just a second. This is so fun. I hope you guys enjoy Sawmill Sunday. Please hit that like button. I'm going to mill all that up, but it's too dark to film. I've got to get it done. Let's show you what this looks like. So again, this is white oak, okay? This is a dead standing white oak. I don't know exactly how old it was. That is a hard spot right there. You're gonna see two different types of boards right here. You're gonna see one board that has a little bit of rot in it, and that's okay. We can still use that. That's why I'm using these for plant beds and not using it for furniture or something like that. So nothing goes to waste here on the Stoney Ridge farm. Let's pour some water on it and see how this pops. Oh, daddy. Look at that. Oh, man. Look at the grain. Look at the definition in the grain. That's the rot we're talking about right there. This will be a top board for the plant beds, and you'll have to tune into a future video as we build those. But look at that. Look at that grain. That's absolutely gorgeous. We're not after gorgeous grain. We're after longevity here. Okay, so let's push. These are heavy. They weigh probably about 150 pounds a piece, something like that, 120, 150 pounds a piece. This is I think it's about a 12-footer. All right, so here's the reveal of the beautiful lumber here. Oh, it's almost a waste, I say, to do this, but it's not really a waste. Everything, this would have just gotten used for firewood had I not had the sawmill, so, or just rotted on the ground. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So that is what she looks like. Let's just go down one more, a little bit deeper. Oh, baby, the heart of this thing is gonna be absolutely gorgeous. This is just a drywall putty knife right here, one that I can't use anymore. Get a lot of questions about sawdust. Let's address that real quick. Look at the sawdust. At all that lumber I just cut, that's all the dust that it made. It doesn't make much sawdust, guys, so those of you, and this was from last week, the Eastern Red Cedar, those of you who think there's so much of a use for this sawdust, there is a use for it in the chicken coop and around the farm, but there's not much. It doesn't produce much sawdust. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Now this could be usable lumber. That's gorgeous, but we don't want to take a chance since it's so rotten. We want to use green lumber and dry it appropriately, but look at that. Man, that's gorgeous. Tabletops, bar tops, picnic tables that'll last 20 years. I mean, that's what this is all about. So let's go over and take a look at the 6x6s that I milled up, and these will serve as posts inside my future home or inside the mega shop. Let's show you. So these are 6x6s, and they don't have to be perfect, guys. You can see there's a little bark on them. We want a little character. It's a little bug issue right there. I've had some bugs in there. Again, getting the maximum amount of lumber I possibly can out of each log. So we could probably get some 12x2s or 2x12s out of this log here, but all of this and this is gonna go for 6x6s, and then that one right there will make another plant bed. It takes, how many of these boards? It takes 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, takes 6 of these boards right here, 6 of these 2x12s to make a complete plant bed. And a plant bed will be either 8 or 10 foot by 4 foot. Well, that's Sawmill Sunday for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. The sun's going down here. You're probably catching this early on a Sunday morning. I appreciate it, guys. Please share these videos with like-minded people. If you got somebody you think would be interested in this, please share them. Go down there and hit that share button. There's a link to the Log Ox Forestry multi-tool down in the video description with a discount code. Those guys are good friends of the channel. They're not a sponsor of the channel. They don't pay me to tell you this, but I do have my own custom link for those guys because they're just awesome people. Veteran-owned company out of Vermont. Wood-Mizer LT40 is what this is. This is the LT40 extra wide in case you're considering purchasing a sawmill. I don't know why you'd buy anything other than a Wood-Mizer. This is what holds its value. So I bought this mill 2 years ago and it's worth $5,000 more than I paid for it already. That's amazing, isn't it? Thanks a lot, guys. Please pound that like button, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you back here on the Stoney Ridge Farm with me. Sawmill Sunday. Woo! Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge.